There's the camera. Okay. So yeah. So what multiply does is it changes it so the blue shows through a little more.
Come on, AC, we know you can talk.
Hi!
Hi! Have you seen my pet rock? Is it you and me?
I'm lost. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Fiesta Equestria. I keep like checking. I'm like, man, Sunday's taking forever. We're still on Saturday. All right. It's funny because I just sent Saber off and I forget why. He's gone. Oh. This is a panel that we've done a couple times. Well, actually, every year we've done a like, comment, subscribe panel. Essentially, it's Saber and I usually up here just goofing off for an hour.
That's normal.
That is normal. Hi, Saber. There you are. That's right. It was water. I was like, I forget why I said see you later. Yes.
What's up, guys?
Hi.
Who are you?
There's an on button.
The mini face dog.
So, I guess we're gonna kind of kick things off here. Maybe just jump. One thing that Saber and I quickly figured out is that one thing that we love. Actually, can I just get a round of applause for this beautiful human being walking in the front? He's one of the
Unsung heroes of Fiesta Equestria. He's put a lot of support into this con. He's done a lot of running back and forth for driving people who are show staff. And
he's put up with us, so.
And BVL's in the background. These guys have been doing some yes? Or clipping?
Oh, God. That's what I was gonna say.
I love putting phallic things near
I'm sorry, is this PVL complaining or the convention?
Both.
Tell the camera to calm down.
Do we sound better? How's now?
This is the first time I've had a cameraman say, "Can you guys shut up?"
He's just saying what everyone else is thinking. How are we doing?
That you know
A
of.
little bit better?
It's only going to get worse, I promise you. I'm wondering if is it something back here that's hooked up? But before we... Okay, welcome to the panel. We're going to try to avoid this going. What?
Is this the bedtime special?
Hopefully not.
That's later tonight.
All at once, I want everyone to yell out where you're from. Go.
New York.
From my hometown. Where are you from, Saber?
Georgia.
Georgia.
Any
Georgia.
Georgians in here? Oh, what part?
Dallas.
I said Georgia, not Texas.
Dallas, Georgia.
Texas is better.
Ooh. You guys got water, so I can't complain.
Jeez, Texas.
So
I thought we were friends, you know. Ever since the Civil War, I thought we had a friendship going on. Never mind. We're all confessed.
So like we said, we kind of jump into Q&A stuff for this, and generally stories kind of just develop, and it's like, oh yeah, because when you have massive ADD, these things are really easy to just tangent off on. So
Tangent sounds a lot like tangerine.
you're right. And you know what I love about tangerines?
They're tangible.
They are. You can touch them
They're
and taste
orange.
them.
And the word tang is in it too.
I love Tang. The 8 guys that were
You
know why I love monkeys?
No. That was an old drink from the 90s, right?
It was.
Tang. Does anybody else remember Tang? Like, this orange? Yeah, they had these orangutans. Oh, that's why they called it Tang! Oh! That's why they use orangutans.
Why?
Oh, no, here's something. It only hit me last year, the pun that was Canterlot. I was like,
Wasn't it?
Canter? Oh my god!
Yeah.
Horse pun.
So, essentially, does anyone in here not know who we are? I'm hoping everyone's hands go now. Okay, so Saber Spark, YouTuber, ACRacebest,
Brony's
is
react.
me. Thank you. That's what I do. I have a series called Brony's React, which is a couple people have seen. Anyone here seen a Brony's React?
Oh wow.
Cool. So, okay, there's been a couple. And then Saber and I both kind of don't really have defined, like, we're not animators, for sure. We're not animators, we're not musicians. We're YouTubers, and the reason we don't, like, get too more specific than that is because it kind of varies across the board. Like, sometimes there'll be, as far as I go, PMVs, sometimes comedic skits, sometimes Brony's Rag, sometimes who knows. And then, kind of same for you as far as all over the board.
Yeah, it's not the fact that we're like, oh, we can't find something that we're excellent at. It's more like, oh my god, we're so bored. Let's try this, let's try that, let's try this, let's try that. We can't stay on one thing for long because ADD. Oh, so I know I made like...
That guy's running for it. Get out while you still can.
Bye. I mean, I made some, I guess, as far as getting notoriety goes, I made something called Battle of the Brony and then Brony Chronicles, which were kind of just little, they're hour-long videos just talking about the Brony fandom, and then I make some other things too. So yeah, nothing really as far as like, I'm not like an animator, I'm not an artist, I'm just a video creator, and so is Race. And that's how we kind of found our, if you want to call it, success. And of course, the biggest shout out to that success is for everybody who views our content. So it's a good thing to say thank you all who support and watch our videos. It means a lot to us.
Yeah,
thank you.
We really appreciate you guys.
Just constantly we have these moments where we're just so humbled to hear what y'all have to say to us. Just things like, hey, thank you for making this video. And it made me laugh when I was feeling very sad. That's one of the greatest feelings of all time. Like, there's this thing about like YouTube fame or whatever, not for us. We just love hearing that people watch our content to begin with and enjoy it. So to all those, thank you so very much.
Yeah, thanks guys.
They don't watch our content and they're like, we're out of here.
We see where this panel's going.
Have a good evening.
So, as far as this panel goes, what we're going to do is we're going to have some fun, all right? So basically, if you have any kind of questions, I don't care if it's about the convention.
I'm sorry, did you already tell them about the video we're going to film after this?
We're filming a video after this?
Yes, we were talking about it for the last couple of days. We went to Goodwill and we bought some blades. Let me put my cap on here, hold on. Don't want to spill this all the power out. Yes. I love you too, man. I love everyone. Oh, you put your blazer on now? Okay. So yeah, we're filming a video, and for those...
Hey everybody. I'm your neighborly good Hasbro.
Well, he bought like a bowler cap, or he put one on at the Goodwill. I'm like, wow, you look like a taxi driver from like the United Kingdom.
Here's mine.
These are the good Hasbro.
No, we got these at Goodwill, and I don't care what you say about Goodwill, they have some great stuff. So if you're looking for video props or any kind of costumes, go to the Goodwill. It is your best friend. Yeah.
Oh, this thing smells like, it smells like cigarettes.
Right after you got done, like every Goodwill, all the props are like, but wash it first.
But we looked like, what's the refund policy? No, we don't. They don't take refunds. Also, when they were checking this out, the lady's like, "Is this your bubble gum?" I'm like, "Nope, that was left in the blazer when it was turned into the Goodwill."
So what we're doing is we're filming the final in the trilogy of the Hasbro videos that we've made out here in the previous 2 years. Yeah, I know. And it's going to be called Hasbro versus Hasbro, and we're looking to have as many of you guys participate with it. Essentially what it's going to be is like this mob scene, and I promise everyone's going to be okay.
Yeah,
there's actually beating the crap out of each other.
Yeah. Well,
I hear some like, oh.
It's a Brony fight club.
Why did I bring my boxing gloves?
And some guy who's done some extra martial arts is ready to go.
I'm not wearing this for the whole thing. I feel like...
It feels sticky.
It feels like a 1980s, like, alright, we're here to discuss Nintendo, seriously.
Alright, I have this wonderful condo. You guys can be a part-time owner, okay?
That's why you should buy my property.
Oh, that jacket looks... There was one that was like turquoise. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm finally getting to real estate. But, yeah, this is the third video, and we'd love to get you guys to participate, whoever wants to join.
Yeah.
And this will be... a little chaotic, but no one's gonna be getting hurt. So we'll try.
It's gonna be fun.
We'll work as a team. This will be fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna be getting that going, and where we're gonna film it. So right after this panel's over, in this hallway that's right here that goes alongside the main events hall, we're gonna be filming in there. We might be semi-relocated at some point, but once you're there, I mean, if you have to like go to your room and come back, and you're like, where are they? Just pretty much
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll hear something.
And if you want to ditch and just be like, I'm out, go ahead. You know, this is just something where it's like, if you want to join to the fray.
It's just for fun. We're just going to be having fun, and the more people, the better. It's just going to be one of those type of videos. So, so right after this panel, if you guys are free and looking to have some fun, just before the concert and everything gets started, we'll have some fun with you guys and get on YouTube.
What's that? 500 shares of Hasbro? Hold on to that. It's going to be worth something, you know? All right, question.
That's why she's here. She's like, I want to make sure my money's going the right.
She's like,
what happened?
What kind of stockholder meeting is this?
My stock's going to you guys.
Oh, I didn't realize that we were a public company.
Did I forget to tell you that?
Love wins. All right, so I guess we're just gonna open the floor and I mean,
any questions, whether it's about the convention, the stuff we do, hit us with it. Yes, you.
When was the first time you and Saber met?
FarmersOnly.com.
In person? That's funny, by the way. I've been slow on getting jokes today for some reason. I'm just like, someone 5 minutes ago made a farmer's joke. I get it now.
No, I mean the story pops up every convention, but for both Race and I, he was doing Brony's React. I made a video about the Derpy fiasco back in 2012. And in the video, I used Gandalf's Fall from Lord of the Rings because I wanted to be dramatic and also like Lord of the Rings. He asked me, like, hey, what was the song you used via YouTube message back when it was still working? I said, oh, it was Gandalf's Fall. I was like, oh, okay, thank you. And that was the first time we made contact. And then we met at Abbotsford Northwest. So I interviewed him for one of my videos.
Showed up 25 minutes late.
Yeah, he went to Red Rob and he was super late. I'm like, this guy's a jerk.
I was hungry.
This guy sucks. This guy, who I told to show up at this time, was a no-show.
In his beautiful shirt.
Darn it, Jack. And then we went to Equestria LA, and it was weird. I blame the magic of Disneyland, but we were so giddy. Like, it was almost like a scene from a romantic comedy where...
It's essentially what you see now at every convention when we're with each other, but yeah.
Like, it was like a 1950s like poodle skirt thing where I was at this hotel called like The Lodge with Dusty Cat, Paley, and Screwball, and we're on the second floor, and Race pulls into the parking lot with his car, and I'm like running out the door, and I'm like, Race! And he's like, let's get this day going. And that's when our bro shit began.
Yeah, so it was, it was destiny. You? Yes? In the glasses?
Oh, this one.
Yes.
What's your favorite color?
The way you asked that question was so, like, sinister. It was like,
I'm having this moment. The entire convention, I'm like, whenever anybody asks a question, I'm having a flashback to Wreck-It Ralph. I'm Zangief, I am bad guy. I don't know. I need to watch Wreck-It Ralph. Favorite color? Go on.
blue. Thank you, thank you. See what kind of panel this is now? You're all excited. We're talking about favorite colors here, ladies and gentlemen.
Colorblind people are like, privileged much? I actually love pink. I really do. Yeah, I really do. I love it. It's just so.
It's funny because my girlfriend can't stand pink.
Well, she's got horrible taste, which explains you.
It's funny. That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
All right, but
yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just cutting you off.
Okay. No, when I used to play Halo 2 on Xbox, I made my character all pink. And for some reason, my alias was "I'll be your lover." So it was whatever. It was from a Family Guy skit, and I remember like every single guy like, "You want the sniper rifle? It's yours." So I'm like, "Thanks, boys." I always have them be like, "Are you a girl?" I'm like, "Yeah, my name is Debbie."
Question in the aisleway.
What made you want to start doing convention vlogs and whatnot? Yeah, what inspired that?
Okay, so I don't think I've ever been asked this question. You know what? That reminds me. I have to do something right now.
Yes.
I haven't done it this whole convention. I need to do it. Everyone's like, is he leaving? Good. Just keep your pants on.
Alright, so for those that don't know, I do convention vlogs, alright? Okay.
And if you want your face blurred out, just raise your hand and we'll take care of that. All right.
My blur doesn't work though, just a heads up. So what I like to do is just get everyone riled up and get you guys in the vlogs, okay? So if you want to look them up, ACRacebest, you'll see the convention vlogs. They're going up actually right now. So we already have like day 1, part 1 of the convention. Oh. Apparently I'm ahead of schedule. So anyways, you guys ready for this? You guys ready to be loud and noisy and crazy and everything?
Ready.
They ready? All right, and hello! They were ready. Just do it.
And the energy. Very good.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do that again one more time, all right? Because it was such a good first round. You ready? And it was slightly zoomed in, and didn't check. And here we go. Ready? Hello! I'm pretty sure Shia LaBeouf is somewhere in the back.
Except he's not shouting, he's just wearing a suit and he's just clapping slowly.
Well, that went well. To answer your question, convention vlogs, I started, the first one I ever did was the first convention I ever went to, not Fiesta Equestria. Shh, quiet. Everfree Northwest, 2012. I had gotten into the fandom just before season 2 started, which was late 2011. I started making a lot of friends. Mostly back in, right after I made the Bronies reactors, when I really started to get to know a lot of people in the fandom. And I was finding out about this thing called Unicon, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go to something like that. And Everfree Northwest was, I don't know at what point I decided to do this, but my girlfriend and I were like, let's road trip up. It's only 17-hour drive. Now, raise your hand if you did a longer drive to get here tonight. See, that's why I'm like not giving myself too much credit. How long of a drive was it? 5
hours.
How much?
5 hours.
5 hours is more than 17.
You are really good at math.
Yeah. How long was your drive? 3?
Okay.
That was long too. So, how long was your drive? 2. Eventually we're gonna add up to 17. 35 minutes? That's bigger than 17 hours.
Answer C.
I still haven't answered this poor guy's question. You see what I mean about this panel? So what happened was I actually have an old YouTube channel where I used to put up vlogs of me going on cruises and stuff.
That must be nice.
But I'd edit them with like music and everything. And at some point I'm like, you know, it would just be fun to do a vlog going to this convention. And it went a lot better than I expected it to go. And a lot of people, the thing that keeps me really going with them is, it's a lot of fun, and the memories is something that Saber and I talk about a lot.
Yeah, it's nice to go back and just watch and be like, oh, it's like family videos and just be like, wow, were we this stupid? How were we not arrested?
And the thing is, that was us watching yesterday's video file,
So we're that pretentious. We go back and watch 2014 during 2015.
No, we were watching 2015.
Oh my God, you're right.
Welcome. But one of the big or most rewarding things for me is that people will comment and say, you know, I haven't been able to make it to a convention, or I wasn't able to make it to this specific convention. But for them watching the vlogs, they're like, it literally feels like I'm just hanging out with you guys and just going around. And what I like about it too is that more often than not, Saber and I end up in places we're not supposed to be. And I'm like, I want to share this with everybody. So it's a lot of fun, and just to be able to share the experiences with everybody, and the fact that people actually enjoy watching them, that's just icing for everything. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of how everything got going. Was it started with one, and I'm never not gonna do them. Now that I say that, what?
No, go ahead.
I'm never not gonna do them. I always have these like nightmare. No, not always. You are so giggly.
Go on.
But I've had like, whenever I leave for the airport, I'm always convinced I'm forgetting my cameras. Like, what will people say if I don't vlog? Like, I know that there's like probably 4 people that watch them, but it's still like, what will they say? Oh my gosh. So I always have that moment of like, do I have my camera? Do I have my laptop? Okay. If I don't have anything else, including my ID, I'll make it work. So, yes. There you go.
What's up? Yes, sir.
Oh, there's a lot of stirs right in that area.
We'll get around to everyone. What's up?
Yeah.
Got a question. When I watched your reaction video, that like what happened, you were inside that box, you were going like,
Yes.
that box. What's wrong? Were you like crazy or something? Or what?
That sounded like you were asking if I was past tense crazy, as if I'm not now. To be honest with you,
The medication wasn't kicking in that day.
yeah. You'd be surprised, but apparently wearing a cardboard box that's fitted around your neck isn't that comfortable. And I was like, this is not comfortable, but we'll make it. We'll do it for the vine. So yeah, no, it wasn't the most comfortable thing to wear, but it was literally like, I don't have a costume.
So you went to Urban Outfitters in California and got a box instead.
Yeah, it's in their new line of stuff, the Meta line. So
Yeah.
it was cool.
Thinking green.
Do the wing thing. Do the wings.
Watch out, people who are
this.
sitting next
Someone's
to
gonna get knocked out right now.
I like how you're just telling us how paranoid you are being your cameras, and he's like, "Oh, what's up?"
Yeah,
Check this
exactly.
out, everyone.
I am the knight.
This reminds me of Jeepers Creepers. Yeah.
Oh, this is Jeepers Creepers. That's cool. Oh, that's outfit.
All right, and then you had a question.
Yeah, I know I asked this at the meet and greet, but I figured other people might find it interesting. Is how did y'all find a fandom? Just find My Little Pony.
How did you become bronies, basically?
Yeah.
Well, technically, I haven't seen an episode of the show. So I don't know if I can answer this
Does
one.
G3 count? How do we become bronies? Okay, so I guess to kind of put it in a nutshell for me, I was doing a class in college called The Study of Social Deviance, and that was in late 2011. And one of our assignments were to pick a deviant subculture and to do a research project about it. And that would be our final presentation for the semester. And I decided to do it about bronies because they were popping up all over meme base and YouTube. I thought, I want to be cool. I want to talk about this new fandom. It looks so cool. 20% cooler even.
10 seconds flat.
No, it was. So, yeah, I did a presentation that ended up to be like an hour-long video, which thank God wasn't presented to the class in its entirety. Like, there's a part where I do an Applejack impersonation in the video, and it was one of the cringiest moments in my entire life. That was one of the parts where I was like, let's fast forward through this. Alright, but then I uploaded the video to YouTube, and it got...
Can you do it for us right now? The Applejack? Do you guys want to hear his Applejack?
Get back in the cellar, Apple Bloom.
That's from episode 7.
Alright, I liked your impersonation when you got pied by Emmy Larson. When you were doing Applejack. Yeah, that sounded dirty, didn't it?
Yeah, you do a pie on my face. We went to a convention called MLP, and during Who's Line, there was a game called Helping Hands, where I'm the body, Race is staying behind me, he's my arms, and M.A. Larson, who's one of the writers from the show, was on stage, and we had a pie, and he took the pie and put it in my face. So, yeah, I got pied by a writer from MLP.
YLB.
Bucket list.
Yeah. Just real quick, I see that we have some people standing.
Yeah.
Are there any groups of seats anywhere that anyone has next to them? If you guys in the back want to have a seat, or if you're standing back there because you're entirely terrified about us, that's okay too. Being near the exit, I understand.
So what about you? How did you go, Brony?
My girlfriend forced me to watch an episode, and I was like, I'll show her. I won't like this. That happens a lot with her. I'll show you.
Oh, I have a fun little story to actually add on. So, after I got into the My Little Pony thing, because I was in Dahlonega, Georgia, and I mean, Georgia's slow on the uptake as far as anything modern goes. I mean, we just recently discovered the wheel. It's awesome. But, so I wanted to get My Little Pony toy, so I went to Walmart, and I'm like, oh my gosh, none of these are show accurate. I'll have to fix it myself. So I found the One Rainbow Dash.
I love this story so much.
I was also living with my brother-in-law, who was an officer, and my older sister at the time, because their home was near my college, and I got to stay in their guest room, and it was nice. So, and my sister worked at a courthouse and everything. So I got the Rainbow Dash, brought it home, and I found this tutorial on DeviantArt on how to make her main show accurate. All I needed was some hairspray, some scissors, and I'm like, well, thank goodness. My sister who uses hairspray, and I went into her bathroom, I got the hairspray, went back to my bathroom, and I started, cutting away. So I'm finishing, I got the hairspray on my fingers, all sticky, it's pony, polyester, it's polyester, whatever, I don't know, whatever that stuff they use to make her with, all over my fingers, all over the floor. And I walk out, I'm like, it looked great. I mean, I still have the figure, it's one of my very few pony toys that I have. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I'm all done. And I hear the door open, and Sarah walks in from work, and I'm just holding this pony toy and a can of her hairspray, and she just walks in from work, she's all like, and I'm just standing there. Sarah, Brony. Yeah, her husband thought I was like messing with them until like 3 weeks later. He's like, wow, Steven's really dedicated to this joke. Yeah.
Other questions? You?
Are you doing an episode 100 react?
Yes. Yes.
You are?
You are.
I am?
We together. We are. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Right now? Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Yes.
The answer is yes.
It's a lot of people have been asking about if we're doing a react to that episode, and I've answered it not directly, but like at conventions, which I've posted on my channel and panels and whatnot, and I still have like hundreds of people asking a day, like on every venue I have, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Are you doing it? When I put up the convention vlogs, I can guarantee you there's probably 1 or 2 questions on there asking.
It's the most requested video ever.
So I was like, you know what? No. No, yeah. So we will be making one. It's all kind of congregating right now. We already have our reactors on the scene, getting ready. I just have to await the footage. So yes, you and then you. I just see a hand. I don't see a. Oh, there you are. It does. So you and you.
already confirmed it in her panel. Just saying.
Oh my God.
Well,
she signed an NDA.
She did. Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah.
Our agents are on the scene.
She better lawyer up. Nah.
For the record, I think we also confirmed it at the Brony's Rack panel, which was before her panel. So, and then you, yes.
I have a question for both of you guys.
Yes.
Who is the worst bad guy you've ever had at a con?
Oh my gosh. I was gonna lick your finger.
Oh yeah, you said Emily.
Yeah.
It's funny because they're like, she said guy. And yeah.
It was the early bird panel where I told the story, right?
Yeah. Oh, you told the story already?
Yeah.
Do you want to hear my perspective of it? Or do you want to tell it?
Do it.
Do you want to tell it?
Do it.
Okay, so going back to MLP MSP last year, we had a Brony's Rack that was on Sunday morning, and there was this gentleman that was there who, it was kind of funny because when he came up and asked us our question, it was a little bit, I left this part out. I don't want to say it was offsetting, but it was a surprise because most people know us by, how we go on YouTube. People know me as Race, people know him as Saber, and we were up there also with Black Griffin. You guys know Black Griffin? Yeah. And his name's Gabe, and then we were up there also with Mike the Microphone, whose name is Zach. Well, this guy, it was funny, he walks up to the mic for the Q&A, and he goes, so I have a question for Jeff, Steven, Gabe, and Mike. and we kind of were like, he doesn't know Mike the microphone.
Yeah, Mike's still.
But it was a little bit like, oh, okay. But that was it. And then he had a
hood ornament.
A hood ornament that he must have pulled off of like Larson's car.
Wasn't it a Mercedes or something?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
And so he gave that to me. And then at the end of the panel, he asked if he could have a hug. And I was like, yeah, why not?
And I'm watching this from like 5 feet away.
So he goes in for the hug, and all of a sudden I feel his lips caress my neck. And I'm sitting there just like, this is happening right now.
And it's great from my perspective because like I'm like something's off about this guy, and because Race is like standing right here.
You want me to stand here?
You're standing like right here, looking my way.
Oh, yes.
I'm kind of standing a little bit right here, and he just walks and he goes, and I can see Race's eyes go.
Right. It was the most exciting moment of my life. And it was like, that was kind of that was weird, but then it also escalated to where he thought we stole his marker.
His Sharpie, yeah.
And then he followed us to our room, and we like opened up the door and tossed a marker out, and then 5 minutes later checked and it was gone, and we're like, what is that one? It was like Jurassic World, but featuring scary bronies.
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum's running through the hall with a Sharpie, trying to get him to follow him.
Chaos.
Yeah, and the reason why I call him Emily is this year he tried getting back into MSP, and he's been banned because there's been a couple of offenses he's done, and he applied under the name of Emily. And they're like, oh, it's not gonna work. Emily.
Yeah, so there you go. Was there a question here in the front? You in the pink?
I actually wanted to ask you guys 3 questions.
Absolutely.
What are your YouTube names, and what's your favorite song, and who are your favorite ponies?
All right, these are 3 really long story questions.
For my YouTube handle, I mean, it's just the same thing. My alias is Saber Spark.
ACRacebest.
Yeah, because some people have different like handles.
I'll say it while you're not talking. ACRacebest.
What's the AC stand?
Acorn Cafe. Chippendale Rescue Rangers. It's a forum. Acorn.
Yes, I'm tired of that question.
No, I don't. I know that half the people in here have probably heard that story, but the very short end of it is that the first fandom I was ever part of was actually Chippendale Rescue Rangers. And for those going, I didn't know they had a fandom, is because it's that small. So if you guys are a fan of the show, check out the Acorn Cafe. Do it.
Your second question was our favorite kind of music, right?
Favorite song.
Oh, favorite song.
Cotton Eye Joe. And while he thinks, I'm trying to remember the last question now.
Your favorite pony?
Your favorite pony? Rainbow Dash.
What?
What?
Sunset Shimmer's better.
Sunset Shimmer, Twilight, sitting in a tree, blah, blah, blah. So who's yours?
Frisians are really cool horses. Oh my god, they are such strong horses. Oh. Like they can carry. Oh my god.
I ship it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. And then, favorite song?
My favorite as of late.
He's been singing it like all mention.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 lines of the song.
What can I do? You know. All right, next question. Yes, Spike.
What was the weirdest question you've ever been asked at a convention? Like both of you.
I just got it.
The weirdest question we've ever been asked.
Now I felt like I need to go back and watch the vlogs again. Like,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't remember. It's really jumping out to me. I think people have asked.
You know, there was one, and I think it was more of a translational error. One time somebody asked, it wasn't a question to me, but it was on a panel I was on. It was Brony's director, Unicon. And you guys know who Dusty Cat is? Yeah. Essentially, someone asked him, would you be so awesome without your mustache?
Oh, he got so
And I was just
angry.
like...
He got so angry. He's such a sensitive guy. Mustache.
And we're saying that we love Dusty. Like, he's like a dad.
No, he's more like our uncle. We're
An
nephews.
uncle?
We're just
Okay, I'll give you that.
constantly making him upset. Like when we went to Las Vegas Unicon, and then we found this enormous panel room that was empty with the mics were still on. So we were like, let's go on stage and perform for the empty room, except for one guy who was not even a brony. He was just there with his friend trying to read his cell phone. We're like, we're gonna put on a show for you.
So I gave him my camera. I'm like, do you mind filming this? And what made it really special was in the front row, somebody left a carton that had a half-eaten hot dog in it.
Nasty, dried up hot dog with sticky ketchup, and we decided to bring it up on stage.
It got pretty emotional, actually.
Oh, we weirdly just...
You can look this up, by the way. It's called Half-Eaten Hot Dog Panel. I'm sure there's only one out there. So.
Yeah. Why is that a YouTube video?
So Dusty.
Yeah, well, so during the panel, we're on stage acting like, and then all of a sudden, we hear the door to recreate it.
Just like, yeah, we just all of a sudden...
And this room's huge. It's like 5 times the size of this room. It was enormously empty.
What are you two doing?
That's what he said. But he didn't say it in a funny way. He said it like in a, what are you two doing? And then we're like, Dusty, we're doing a panel. And he just, and leaves. Oh, man. Love that guy. He's a great person, though. All right, what was the question? The most embarrassing moment for Dusty Cat?
No. It was the weirdest question you've ever gotten.
Dusty Cat. The one in the hat. You.
Yeah.
What is y'all's favorite background character?
No, it's...
You know what I wanted to say.
Applejack.
But the reason also was how you asked it. Because you got the accent. And I was like, is this a suggestion?
Dude,
favorite background character. You know my answer, Saber. Come on.
Hasty Turnip Truck.
Hasty Turnip Truck.
Yeah.
Hey, Rarity! Hey, Rarity! He's like the one redneck that's made it into the show.
I just realized there are background characters. Like, I also had a moment where when I was coming back from MSP a few weekends ago, I was at the airport and I was just looking around and I'm like, there's so many background characters here. There'll never be a main 6 like me with their successful careers and money. Right, yeah. Now excuse me as I eat this $20 burrito from Chipotle. Your question?
What's your favorite cartoon besides Roll
Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Yeah.
We are the Christogens. Okay.
The Rugrats were great, yeah.
I love Doug Funny. Steven Universe has been fantastic. I love that show.
How about in the back with the horn? I think he's a great shipping with Black Griffin. You know, I gotta say, actually, it's funny because we've given Flash Entry a really hard time, but his voice actor, Vincent Tong, is like completely awesome. He was here last year,
He was here last year, yeah, Vincent Tong. He's great.
You gotta love Vincent.
Vincent's got this amazing, like, Goku hair going on. Like, I don't know how he does it, but that thing can, like, stop a tidal wave. I'm not even joking. It's amazing. It's one of the 7 wonders of human engineering, I swear.
How about also in the back with the ears?
Your favorite fan? I'm gonna say something right here. I don't like using the word fan. I don't know. It sounds derogatory. We have. I don't know. This is just.
We like to like refer to them as like
viewers,
supporters,
audience. No, neighbors,
minions. Oh, were we gonna leave that one out?
Yeah. There's been a lot of people we've met and just absolutely love talking to. I mean, every convention, every day.
I got mine.
What?
What were you gonna give? Because at first I was gonna say like it's hard to choose a favorite because seriously everyone we meet is incredible.
Yeah.
And it just to have someone come up to you and take some time out of their convention to say I love your work or I love what you do or I wish you would get off YouTube. It's just so special.
Okay, Mom, I'll listen.
But there was this one really special moment I think we all had at BronyCon 2013. It was the first time I ever went to BronyCon, and there was this little girl there.
Oh yes.
And her name was Grayson, and it was one of those like moments that kind of get you choked up a little bit because she's sitting here and she's so awesome and so I forget how old she was.
She was definitely like 5th grade, 6th grade or something.
Yeah. And you know, I forget even how we got to know her. I think she first met like Michelle Creamer, and we're friends with Michelle. And then she was starting to tell us about like there was this one awesome little girl that I met, and then all of a sudden like she kind of like came out of nowhere, and we're like, hey, look, this is the girl, and she knew who every one of us was. Like she was like ACRacebest, Saberspark, Paleo, Jaxblade. Like she knew everybody was, and I'm just sitting here like, wow, like I forget who you are sometimes, and see, you're just like me right now. But and it was really special because you know we got to talk to her dad a little bit too, and you just getting to know kind of how she had a rough, so to say, year or so just leading up to her at this convention. Yet she's such a bundle of light and excitement, and you just go like, how can somebody, so to speak, pick on somebody like this at school? And it's just, for us, like, we all were like, no, we gotta, like, take this picture. And you have Jaxblade. Do you guys know who Jaxblade is? Yeah! Muscle Man, he's, like, sitting next to her like this, and we're all, like, taking this picture like, yeah, we're with Grayson. And it was just, I don't know, it was just really special because you see the impact that your videos have, and sometimes you don't really get to see it in full scale until you meet somebody like that. And realize that you can really make a difference with your content. It doesn't matter what you're doing.
It's, I don't know, the internet has brought humanity so close to each other in a lot of different ways. And I remember when I first started YouTube, even before the pony stuff, I made these YouTube poops that were just god-awful. I had one guy who was a fan, and it's funny because the first comment he left was like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. And it was like 1 comment, 10 views, 1 like, 1 dislike.
I meant
back then it was like 2 stars out of 5 or something like that.
Oh, stars?
Yeah, it was way back then.
Jeez.
And then he left a comment like a week later saying something like, I took it all back, this was a hilarious video. My entire family and I were quoting it during dinner time and laughing. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's so cool to think that somebody somewhere is laughing at my content and having a better day.
You'd think they'd have something better to do.
I know. But then we went to Equestria LA, and I forget this guy's name because I'm bad with names. This is 2012? Yeah, this guy.
No, 13. Actually, no, you're right.
It's whatever.
It was the first one.
Aside the point,
second one.
He pulled
2013.
This is a serious story, so you're really hard.
No. I'm honest because I'm like, which one was in the hotel? 2013.
Yes, it was 2013.
Yeah.
Okay. So he walked up to me and Race, and he's like, "Can I talk to y'all?" I'm like, okay. And he's like, "Yeah, I've been having a really hard time, like just fighting depression and even kind of things that are even darker than that." And he's like, "But I started watching your videos, and they made me laugh when I really needed to laugh, and gave me hope. Like if I can keep laughing, I can keep fighting on." And I almost started crying because I'm like, this is a person I've never met and probably will never meet again. But just to know something I made just for whatever reason was able to help this person, that meant a lot. So that moment was my favorite moment ever with a person, as far as who was a viewer.
Good question. How about you in the orange? There's only one. Scootaloo, I think.
See, they're filming Godzilla 2015 back there.
Nice.
Well, the one I just mentioned definitely rivals it. Memorable moment, though? I think I got one that you might agree with me.
Okay.
So, who's familiar with Unicon? We're just on. Yeah, there was a convention in Las Vegas that was a scam, and it just fell apart. And after everything just hit the ceiling and went crazy, hit the ceiling, whatever. Race and I decided, like, let's just go walk around Vegas and just decompress. And we went to get tacos.
Yeah, and the sketchiest part of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Like at one point we were walking, we're like, we should turn around.
Yeah, we feared for our lives. But we get tacos, and I mean, this place was bumping. Like, we had these girls who were leaning over, like, "Can I try your tacos?" And no! He was just like, "No, don't touch my food." But just walking back to the con with this guy, I kind of realized, like, this guy I met on the internet because of My Little Pony, I really like him. I think I want him in my life for the rest of my life. I think I want to call him my best friend.
That's when he got down on one knee.
And tied my shoelace.
I'll never forget that. Yeah, it's funny actually because Unicon, for as terrible of a situation as it was, I don't regret that I went out there. And I was talked into it because it was the same weekend as the Daytona 500. I'm a huge NASCAR fan, and I'm like, guys, if I'm at the convention, all I'll be caring about is the race. If I'm not at the convention, all I'll be caring about is I wish I went to the convention. I don't have any wins, so I'm like, I'm gonna go and just watch the race.
In the hotel room and watch the race like for half the time.
It's like a 4.5 hour race, but it was worth it.
I'm like walking in the room like, race. Oh my god, this convention's falling apart. People are like getting thrown out of the rooms. He's just sitting in the bed like, oh my god, are you serious?
Now be quiet, there's 10 laps to go. But we actually, at the moment I thought you were going to bring up was when everything started crashing at Unicon, we were kind of pulled aside, and what essentially happened was a bunch of different convention heads were there.
Can I add to this, please?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Okay, this is basically the Brony version of the Council of Elrond. It was one of the stupidest, coolest, funniest things I've ever seen. All right, y'all chime in here.
So what happened was, like I said, there were a bunch of different convention heads that were there for BronyCon, for all over the place.
Yeah, a lot of the convention staff were there because this was the first convention.
EQLA was there, just all over the place.
Yeah, well, I mean, this was the first convention of the year, and this is back when the convention circuit was like getting really popular, so people who were staff wanted to be there. I mean, and this con was huge. It had John Delancey and Tara, and all these huge actors and writers, and it was enormous. But it was a con. Sorry, it was con artists. It was a scam. A lot of the writers, everybody got pretty much left to fend for themselves. They get paid. It was horrible. It was just bad. So the night where this was starting to come to public knowledge was when Dusty Cat was having like some like ritzy suit party.
We showed up in a 10-gallon hat and a racing helmet, and he was like, like no.
Yeah, we knew he wouldn't let us.
We give Dusty a really hard time, don't we?
I think he had a hernia not too long ago, and I think it was our fault. But yeah, what happened is there was like this VIP room. Half the room was where people can just chill out, have drinks, whatever. The other half was like a bedroom. And Lee Tokar's like there, and he's like, we gotta gather up all the people who are media, press.
So I wasn't in there.
No, you weren't.
No.
So like EQD, Ever for Radio, all these people got pulled aside with like some of the agents and voice actors, and they're like, you've been gathered here to answer the threat of Unicon. And I'm just sitting in the corner, not sitting, I was looking like Vegeta, I was leaning against the corner, I was like, oh, this should be entertaining. I fancy myself as Vegeta, apparently. That seems pretentious. But no, they were just talking about how can we fix this, because if Hasbro caught whim of this failure of a con, we'll never let the show staff go to a con again.
Essentially, everybody looked at this as this could be the end of conventions for the Fandom. Like, legitimately. And of course, then it's like, this is huge. And the thing is that at the time, nobody knew what the repercussions were going to be, if we're going to be able to save the situation. And a lot of people got to work as far as, all right, half of us need to keep this convention going.
Yeah, because the con staff that was started was gone. They left town.
So we just need to take over, as well as somehow raise money for
flights to
everything. It was like $17,000 or something that they raised overnight.
Yeah,
it was incredible. Actually, was it that much? Suddenly I just remembered where I think 17,000. That was from the Dash Con. Anyways, as if it could get any worse than Unicon, they found a way.
Yeah, they did.
But so all this seriousness is going on, and then it was draft, wasn't it? It was just like, guys, I don't know what we need right now, but you two can do it.
Oh, you're talking about this story.
Yes, I am. Yeah, I like how you don't. Oh, yeah. So what happens is, essentially, and like I said, everything's really serious, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, I don't know what to do." And Saber and I kind of had this moment where, like, people are going to start hearing about this and freaking out. We need to tell the truth.
Okay, so everybody's getting thrown out of the room, and we left our room. So we're staying at this guy's room, whose name is Standby. who actually rented his room for the weekend at the hotel. Oh my God. So we thought, hey, can we use your room to film a video? And he's like, sure, just don't wreck the place. Well, we absolutely destroyed the place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Essentially what we did, if you haven't seen it, it's called Unicon The Truth.
Oh God.
And it's literally us throwing ourselves all over the place and screaming and making random noises for about a minute and a half, and then the video just ends.
That's it. That's the video.
And we're like, that's what happened at Unicon.
Yeah, because everybody's like, what's going on over there? We need some explanation. We're like, we'll give you an answer.
We were just like the shed of like, put some light on the situation, just trying to lighten it up.
So, and our friend Cowboy Dave, who's like this South Dakotan farmer, is like filming it. He's like, what the heck are you guys doing? And then of course,
didn't explain it to him. We're just like, just film it. Stop.
And to top it all off, like the people nearby are like, what are they doing in the room nearby? I wonder what they're filming.
Yeah.
And then of course, standby, we just destroy his room, and he had a bag of cookies, which for some reason I decided I want to eat those. And then later that night, he's like, "You guys see that cookies?" I'm like, "I don't know. Where'd they come?"
That's probably watching this right now. Like, I knew it.
He's sharpening his knife.
Just a heads up for everybody. I know this panel started a little bit late. It's 7:56. We're gonna go a little bit over on it just to kind of answer as many of the questions as you guys have. I know there's been a couple hands that have gone up. If you have a question,
Don't worry.
That's actually funny. Like I saw some there were 3 hands earlier, and now we reduced it to 1. Yes.
If there was one thing you could change about the way the fandom views you, or one thing you could add about how the fandom views you, what would it be?
Legitimate.
That's a good question.
That was a joke. I know I'll never be seen as legitimate.
Oh, okay. Like the question was legitimate.
Oh,
which it was.
It was.
Man, I want this fandom to know how exquisite my Tinder profile is. Really, you know, it is really nice. I've spent minutes on. No, I mean,
I've been working really hard on Paint, and I mean the program on Microsoft Paint. And you know, I wish some people would take it more seriously. They're always laughing and saying this is hilarious, and I'm like, it's Spike as a princess. It took me like at least 3 minutes.
Who would have thought his DeviantArt account is a joke? Nah, I mean, I wouldn't change anything. I'm happy.
Funny enough, I have to say the same thing.
Good question, though.
Yep. There the hands are.
Going back to the whole Emily issue, did you guys get any of that on camera with
No.
the recording?
I didn't get the...
We were fearing for our lives. We were running.
No, I didn't get the embrace, but because my camera's actually still off to the side, I think, set up to film the panel, and so I didn't get that, but we did put a little bit in the vlogs about us being like locked in Jay Holler's room, I think it was, like peeking out, like, I think he's gone. And it didn't have a lot of context, so people that saw it were like, what the heck is this? But for those that knew, I left it in there. Yes?
What is the most ridiculous, like, hilarious Battle of Pony meme or video you've seen?
I'm gonna go to an oldie but a goodie, because it was, I think, the first MLP video I ever saw in my life, and it was, and I always forget, but it's the one, the like Moonbase Alpha or whatever.
Oh,
and it's because like that was like my introduction to the fandom, so I'm like, yes. I also like the manly.
That's my answer. Yeah, Friendship is Manly. You always see that animation by Kanashi Banda, where it's like, and then they like have a party and they just start like rolling in cake and like punching things. It was great. And he made a sequel, she made a sequel, or he, whatever. That person made a sequel. It was great. Yeah.
Did you have a question?
Yeah. What would you do if your OCs got made for like source filmmaker and stuff?
Oh,
They have been. Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yeah, we get excited. For the record, it's happened a couple times at this convention, but People have asked me in the past, like, how do you feel about people making fan art? And I honestly think it's the most flattering thing in the world. It's just the coolest thing. Like, I love it when people make fan art of the OCs because it's just like...
Oh my gosh, you sat down with your own time and thought about me. That's... Wow, thank you so much.
So yeah, it's really cool. So we're usually like, oh my god.
Yeah, we get really sentimental and probably end up hugging that person. Which there was one time where I got turned down for a hug at a convention. That caught me off guard. So I was like, come. He's like, no, don't touch me.
The one smart Brony.
Yeah, that's it. I was like, why?
I've seen your videos. Was there a question in the back? Yep. That's biased.
You know that meat they're trying to make in laboratories so vegans can eat it? That's us. They did not expect us to get this sassy.
If anyone's hungry. Was there a question over here as well? Yes?
Saber Smart.
Yes.
Favorite Steven Universe character?
I love Pearl. Yeah, she's great.
Okay, so I'm going to answer this even though it wasn't directed to me. I watched the show as well. And Pearl has been my favorite, but recently Garnet's been actually moving into the... Like, she's been... It's the delivery of the jokes they give for her, where she's just like, oh. Like, I don't know, there's just something that the flatness of it all.
Steven, and they're with swords.
The slumber.
Playing with swords.
Did you saw the slumber party line where she's just like, I'll show you how to do it. I'm like, that's brilliant.
Oh no, there was the one where she had some guy crushing on her, and they're like, we should write back a thoughtful letter. And she's like, okay, I'll do this. Dear dude, no.
So yeah, that's what I'd say. Yeah?
Okay, what is the worst TV show you've ever come across? For me, it'd be Teen Titans Go.
Sweet summer child, you were not there for the 90s. I'm just playing. Does anybody else remember Butt Ugly Martians? You know what I'm talking about?
I think I repressed most of the shows that I don't remember.
Like, you think like it's like, oh, cartoons are better back then. It's like, no, there's a lot of bad shows back then. Yeah, exactly. I mean, and that was back when like Butt...
Or Tiny Toons or Hysteria, they were all crap.
I mean, I remember like, I mean, animation kind of died off in like 2005. So it's great to see it come back and like...
Can I say Generation 3.5? Is that legit? I thought she asked what was the worst one I've ever seen. It's never gotten worse than that, because I've seen it. Never again.
Yes.
I haven't.
You haven't?
No.
Really?
Check it out.
It's okay.
It's much better than Teen Titans Go.
Okay. What else we got there, guys?
Yeah, you was way in the back, Godzilla. Fredzilla. Gumzilla.
Well, let's hear what he has to say.
Oh, it's that guy.
I got a question for you. Can a robot paint a masterpiece?
Yes.
Can you? No,
I got a question for you.
Fine,
No.
guys.
No.
No one watches iRobot. I get it. Fine.
If a worm does the worm, is it doing the worm or just being a worm? Or not to be? Yes?
If a tree falls in the forest.
You're the poli-sci major in here. You answered this question.
Global warming needs to stop now.
You can see what it's doing. Yes?
Okay, all of my questions are randomly about color, but if you could dye your hair any color like mine.
Pink.
All I need
Do it. Does that include the beard?
Yes, it would.
Funny story.
Funny story. So.
And just so everyone knows, for context, we're going to go till 8:10. All right, unless we're kicked out sooner. So that gives us 6 minutes.
And we're going to do a lightning round before this is over. So, funny story, I went out to Party City, walked down there, and bought some pink hairspray to dye my beard pink. But we're staying. He and myself and his girlfriend are sharing a room, and she has asthma issues, and I can't do it to my hair.
She can't work with perfume, and then it was like he was pretty much at Party City when I called him up, and I'm like, I should have asked ahead of time.
After walking for like 20 minutes, it's like, hey, Saber, you can't buy that. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I walk back. See you in 30 minutes. Yeah. Oh, ew, exercise. Ew.
Who's the funniest person you've met at a convention?
Oh gosh. You know who's a really funny guy?
Each other.
No, he's horrible. Alex S. Do y'all know who Alex S is? Oh my goodness, he is a hilarious person.
I'm gonna say B-Vids.
Yeah.
Just because when I first met him, I didn't know at all what to expect. He's been here before. He was here for the first year. We actually did one with him.
Yeah.
And yeah, that guy his facial expressions alone, he doesn't have to say anything. It'll just make me laugh.
And I hate answering this question because this answer makes me angry. Final Draft makes me laugh, and I don't know why. He's such an old man, and he doesn't do it deliberately. I just laugh at him. So.
Rainbow Dash hat.
Generation 3 will be what will the next generation?
Probably Generation 4. But in an alternative universe, I see Generation 5 being carried on by the Cutie Mark Crusaders.
About time.
That's right. Finally.
Yeah.
What about their cutie marks?
Exactly.
They're like grown up, and they're like, this was a cruel joke. Thanks, M.A. Larson.
It's actually like a sticker from a laptop. Oh, it's been there the entire time.
You with the glasses? Yes.
Who do you ship each other with?
Each other.
Yeah. Each other.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Why are your hands so cold?
Why? I was gonna say, why are your hands so warm?
Opposites attract. Yes, me in the back.
If you had an ex, would you share ice cream with them? Or no?
I usually prefer to share my ice cream with a Y or a Z. There's also a question behind him, but she's looking at her phone or something. With the ears, did you have a question? Next question. You in the
Wiggles.
red shirt?
Would you rather take a girl with ponies or zombies?
Take a what? Take a bath?
Take over the world.
Oh,
I feel like ponies would be a lot less dangerous.
Zombie ponies.
I mean, we could compare The Walking Dead or My Little Pony.
Let's do lightning round.
Let's do. All right, we're gonna do a lightning round. We have 3 minutes. So what
Tell
we're
them the
gonna
rules.
do?
Tell them the rules.
Here are the rules. There's rules.
We are just going to just call on people randomly and you ask questions.
And we're gonna answer as fast as we can.
Favorite taco, favorite burrito, and we'll go yes, no, blah blah blah. So it's gonna get chaotic and it'll be crazy. So fire away. Yes.
Would you ever go to another convention in Texas?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
What's the funniest thing I have you at this convention, like, in the past day and a half?
I got kissed by him. You.
You want a taco?
Yes.
Horse-sized duck or duck-sized horse?
Both.
With poutine.
You're in the back.
You want a pack of Pop-Tart.
You are not in the back. You. Yes. You.
The mirror of me. You. Yes.
What is your opinion on ninja iguanas?
They scare me. You.
Not today, but yesterday's tomorrow.
Every day. You. I love you. You.
Adventure Time reference.
Yes.
You. Why not? You.
You're never serious.
Yes, is King Zomber going to be returning on the episode of
If we can get his documentation from the illegal immigrant foundation, absolutely.
Needs to work out a green card. You.
Do you like writing pink flicky unicorns on rainbows?
Only if they also have the green card. You.
Yes.
No. You. You. Huh?
Favorite cat
Club.
sandwich?
You. Dumbledore. You.
Could you be the smooch in a fight?
Hagrid. You.
Star Wars. You.
Help me reactivate
Gandalf, you. Onion rings, you. He's married, you.
He's single. You.
Me, you. You, me.
Please!
Stannis the Madness, Baratheon, you. They're coming. You! Only if you give me your atomic breath. You.
Last minute, guys. Now we're gonna get into extreme mode. You.
Onion rings or French fries?
Blue cheese. You. Blue. You. Drugs. You.
Crystals or Discord?
Drugs.
Discord.
You. Did she just say how much longer are we gonna do this?
That's the best question I've been asked ever.
Whoa. One more time?
How many more years do you want us to do this?
Yeah.
She's like, can you stop tomorrow?
That's a great question.
It was. All right, here we go. You. Peanut butter.
You. A blowhole. You. You.
Why was Rainbow Dash in Transformers 4?
Because you fell out. You.
Don't be shy. You.
Yeah. Oh,
Put your pants back on. You. You. There's 4 of you. Someone stand up.
Everyone's just like,
Can you say 10 things in a row randomly?
Peanut butter, snakes, butterfingers, you.
eggs. You.
Shut up. You.
Last two, guys. Last two. You.
Hasbro or Disney?
They're both evil. You.
What's that?
Can you defeat the Vulture?
That's a bad question. You.
You're a bad question.
Shut up! All right, guys. Thank you so much.
I got one last question. You in the back with the thing coming out of her head with your hand up that had that great moment at Fiesta Equestria a few years ago. Yeah. Steak. Thank you guys for coming out to like, comment, subscribe. And hopefully, we'll see you all next year. Good night, everybody.
By the way, there's an Outback over there.
By the way, I'm saying good night, everybody, but that only means we're getting ready now to do some filming.
So, swallowing down to the hole.